You never can solve an inside problem with an outside source. You never can do it. Like, it just doesn't work, right? So when I hated myself, my grandma would tell me all day, every day, and I'm sure she was exhausted whenever she got done talking to me, whether it was on the phone 10 million times a day or whether she was in person with me. She probably was freaking completely, she probably wanted to take a nap or something because it was a job and it never ended. Because self-esteem is just that, self-esteem. It's not liberty esteem. It's not by myself esteem. It's not shop esteem. It's not gambling esteem. It's not sex esteem. It's not drug esteem. It's not cigarette esteem. It's nothing esteem but self-esteem, self-worth. It's called self because it comes from yourself. Self inside of you. Yourself. Your self-worth comes from you. It doesn't come from money. No, it's not net worth. It's self-worth. And yes, your net worth will rise when your self-worth rises. And your self-esteem rises, your self-worth will rise. See, the reason why people hate, you know what's ironic? Is people do the dumbest things to try to make themselves feel better to cope instead of solving the problem. And all of the things that you do, all of your escapes, is what keeps you enslaved. You could just deal with the problem. You could just, right now, boom, like that. You could deal with the problem, you could fix it, and obviously you fix the problem. It's like when you fix your car, right? You fix your car, say you gotta get a new engine, okay? So you get a new engine, okay, perfect, it's great. Now your car's running. Here's the thing. The only thing about self-esteem and self-worth, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a never-ending improvement journey. And it is always going to come from inside. You fix that engine, guess what? Sometimes there's going to be a check engine light. And you're going to have to go get that check. You're going to have to, you're going to check inside yourself is what you're going to do. You're going to look inside the hood in your head, right? And you're going to think, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel a lack of confidence right now? Is it because, maybe it's because, I'm trying something new that I've never tried before. Okay, well, that's normal. That makes sense. Then there's going to be other times where you're feeling low confidence, your self-esteem's lower or something. Why is that? Well, maybe it's because of something in my childhood that I never dealt with. Maybe there's something really way back that I just didn't know about and I didn't even think about, and all of a sudden, boom, it just pops to the surface, and now you got to deal with that. But the only way to get better is to constantly improve yourself from within yourself. To think about yourself, to think about your childhood, your trauma, the things you've gone through, and deal with it. And once you deal with all of these things, and you get over all your traumas from your childhood and all these things, and then you have to deal with everything that pops up. Not just surface level, but don't let it get that far. That's the thing. We let things go too far. I let things go too far until I was in my 30s. I didn't actually start to deal with my own trauma until I was in my late 20s or early 30s. And I have my reasons for that, which I don't want to talk about right now because number one, this ain't about me. And number two, if I were to bring it up, it would hurt somebody. You have to deal with it yourself. Drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, sex, even starting a business, even making a lot of money. You can make millions or billions of dollars, but if you don't deal with your stuff, you could immediately go and be broke again. Because yes, there is a correlation between net worth and self-worth. And yes, there is a correlation between self-esteem, self-worth, because you have to deal with people. And the more money you have, the more people you're going to have to deal with. Employees, team members, customers, other influencers, other business owners, entrepreneurs, superstars, the list goes on and on. You cannot help anybody until you first help yourself. You are worth it. Self-esteem comes from yourself. Drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, sex, none of it. None of it. Gambling, shopping, none of it. Gaming, none of it. It's not going to help you, period. No question, no comma. You are worth it. Thanks for watching. My name is Liberty V Justice, and there's no period in my V because my victories never end, and I'm here to help you get your victories. Legend, you're worth it. Subscribe.